school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way. Positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
But I do have some questions.
There are more questions than answers.
Cayman Islands foremost listeners participation program.
Talk today.
What's on your mind, Cayman? If you're ready to talk, we are ready to listen. Discussing current events and local news, community spotlights, hot topics, listener stories, cultural and historical discussions, environmental issues, fun and lighthearted topics, guest interviews. Cayman, basically anything you want to talk about, we are ready to listen. Here's your guest host.
Coming up next on Talk Today, we'll take a look at educational opportunities at UCCI in the areas of science, technology, engineering, maths, and health. Later in the show, we'll do some freestyling with some open line. Talk Today, next on Radio Cayman. Stay with me.
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.
Talk Today is reminding you
to avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
And now, back to Talk Today.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining me here on Talk Today. I'm Charles Glidden, and I hope the week is going good for you. The University College of the Cayman Islands has brought higher education to our community for 50 years now. And this afternoon, we're going to take a close look at the educational opportunities available at UCCI in what is commonly referred to as STEM, or Science, Technology, Engineering, and Maths. We'll also have a look at the health courses available at UCCI. In the studio to tell us all about that is Tracey Hargrave, the Dean of Science, Technology, Engineering, Maths, and Health. Dean Hargrave, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So the STEM area, I would think that this offers quite an opportunity for someone in Cayman if you're educated in this, as far as getting a good job.
Absolutely, yes. I mean, I don't know if everybody knows what it entails, but we cover computer science, engineering, math, sciences. So we have two different science tracks. We've got environmental marine, which is reasonably new, and we have the biology chemistry track, which is more geared for medical. And then obviously we have the nursing program, which is very popular. So
tell us a little bit about, to get into the STEM area, what kind of high school background would you need to have?
Well, to get into UCCI, students need to have their 5 CXCs from high school. To get into the STEM programs, we usually say that they need passes in math, obviously. So a pass in math is very helpful. You can join and do the prep classes in math if you haven't got math from high school. So we do offer prep classes in math. So there's developmental math and prep math that you can take, and we offer a Math 100 course, which is beginning algebra. So you can take those before you take the other math courses if you don't have the background in math, so it's not impossible.
So UCCI kind of gives you a second chance.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you've missed it along the way, you can still catch up.
Well, that's always great to be able to get a second chance.
We offer prep courses in all the sciences as well. So if you've missed out, if you would like to do sciences but you haven't taken the GCSE, CXCs in the sciences, we offer prep classes in the physics, chemistry and biology.
Now, the school is pretty big on computer science.
Absolutely, yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we have that. In our division, we have 2 bachelor's degrees, nursing being one of them, and the other bachelor's degree we have is the computer science bachelor's degree, which we are very proud of. We have associate degrees as well in computer science, so there's an AS and an AAS. So the AS is geared towards people who would like to continue onto the bachelor's degree. The AAS is more geared to students who would like to go straight out into the workplace, so there are different tracks. Although it doesn't preclude anybody from taking the bachelor's degree. You can even take the bachelor's degree from another discipline. If you've taken an AS in a different discipline, you can take prerequisite courses and still move on to the bachelor's degree in computer science.
Now, when we say computer science, that in itself is a pretty wide area.
Absolutely.
But what are some of the things that people can study?
If you take the bachelor's degree, we are very proud of our bachelor's degree. We have made numerous improvements in the last few years, introducing courses that we think will be popular to people. There are now courses in artificial intelligence, network security, cyber security, forensic computing, robotics. So we really think that we have, game development. So we have introduced courses which we think will be interesting for people who would like to study computer science.
You were telling me about some success stories that you had with students in this area.
Oh, yes. That was at the AS, that was at the associate and the bachelor's degree level. For both the associate and the bachelor's degree in computer science, the program finishes with an internship. So students take an internship in a local computer science related area. And 3 students this last summer gained full-time employment during their internship. So they were actually able to start work before they finished even.
Well, that's pretty nice to be able to have a job lined up even before you get your diploma.
Yeah, before you get your degree.
Yeah.
Exactly, yes. We were very, very pleased that they were able to do this, yeah.
So, Cayman's financial industry must offer a lot of opportunities.
Yes. Well, they all have a computer science department, don't they? They all have a computing department. So we have students in law firms and accountancy firms that are placed for their internships, yeah.
Any idea what kind of salary is out there?
I'm not sure what the starting salary is for a computer science. I think you can go in at different levels. So if you finished your associate degree, you're obviously going to be going in at a different level to somebody who's finished their bachelor's degree and has graduated with their bachelor's degree. And I think it does depend on where it is you end up working. But I think that the salaries are very good, even starting salaries for somebody that's qualified.
So you can start out with an associate's degree.
Yes.
To get involved in this area.
Absolutely. We even offer during the degrees, the associate and the bachelor's degree, we even offer external certifications. So in our associate degree, we have, I don't know if you're aware of these things, but we offer the CompTIA A+, which is a well-recognized certification, external certification. So 2 courses from the associate degree will prepare students to take this external certification. And then in the bachelor's degree, we offer a project management course, which leads them to take an external certification in project management, a well-recognized external certification.
All right, time for us to take a little break, but we'll be right back.
Shipping to the Cayman Islands is fast, reliable, and seamless thanks to Cayman Airways Cargo. Need it faster than ocean freight? Cayman Airways Cargo offers multiple cargo flights to Grand Cayman from Miami weekly, so your packages, whether big, small, or in between, will arrive in no time. You can even use a Cayman Airways Cargo US address for your online shopping. Cayman Airways Cargo is also the only carrier providing air freight services for Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Contact us today and see why Cayman Airways Cargo was voted as Cayman's best cargo and logistics company in the Best of Cayman Awards. For details, visit caymanairways.com/cargo.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Wouldn't it have been grand if you had purchased land 30 years ago? It may not be 2020, but a perfect vision has never been more clear. Cayman Brac and Little Cayman, poised for growth with an eye on the future. Your land, your history, your future. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Looking to transform your space? From custom homes to commercial spaces, we bring your vision to life with precision, quality, and elegance. At Mike's Builders, we make it happen.
Mike's Builders turned my dream home into a reality. Their team is professional, efficient, and truly the best in the business. Good communication? Check. Cleanliness? Check. Professionalism? On point. You have to try Mike's Builders for yourself.
Call us today at 923-0706. That's 923-0706. Mike's Builders. Let's build a beautiful world together.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back to Talk Today, and we're talking about UCCI's offering in the area of STEM classes, and we're kind of focusing in here on computer science. Are there courses also that are aimed mainly for like technicians?
We do have courses as part of the associate degree. That's basically the CompTIA A+ courses are for networking. So technicians would probably need that certification. It honestly, it's a very, very well recognized certification. So you can get the certification through taking those courses at UCCI. Yeah.
And I would imagine that a lot of employment opportunities are there. I mean,
yes. Oh, yes, especially on island. Yeah.
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 I knew someone that he worked as a computer tech, and he actually had a T-shirt made because all the friends, were like, "I'm having trouble with my computer. Can you?" And with the T-shirt says, "I don't do computers on the weekend."
No, we have a help desk at UCCI run by interns. It's great.
So anywhere there's a computer, at some point you're probably going to need that tech.
Exactly. You need somebody to have a look at it. Yes, our interns work very hard.
So, I mean, that's if you're looking for something that has some kind of job security in this modern world,
I think you can't go very far wrong
with being a computer technician.
With a computer technician or any sort of computer data analytics, network administration, any of those type jobs.
You have programming also?
We have programming. We've just introduced, actually. We did find that there was a need. Students were coming in from the high school and wherever without a great deal of programming experience. So we have just introduced this semester a preparatory course in programming for students so that they will be more successful in the programming courses. So we offer various languages. We offer C++, we offer Java, we offer Python, which is a new course that we just introduced as well.
Okay. You call it languages. That's
yes.
Yes.
They are computer languages.
All right. Tell us a little bit about the other STEM courses that are available.
We have programs in engineering, which is also fairly closely related to computer science, I think. So there's an associate degree in engineering. We offer an associate degree in math. And there's also an associate degree in math that will lead on to a transfer to Westchester University to do actuarial science or mathematical finance. We offer associate degrees in science. So we have 2 tracks for the associate degree in science. We offer a track in environmental science and marine for those students who are interested in more that sustainability area with the marine. And then we offer an associate degree in biology chemistry, which is probably mainly for the students who want to do something in health-related areas, not necessarily doctors or medicine, but various health-related areas would need the biology chemistry.
So the engineering would be more of an introduction?
Yes. Yes.
Engineering?
It's an engineering technology associate degree. So it gives the students an introduction into the 3. It gives them an introduction into civil, mechanical, and electrical. So the 3 different areas. So we don't specialise in any one area. It's an introductory course in engineering.
So when you
program
decide what area you want to go into, and
you can then take the bachelor's degree. You can go on, but you'd have to go abroad. We haven't got a bachelor's degree in engineering.
Oh, okay. So you would have to go overseas.
Overseas to continue your engineering.
And mathematics.
Mathematics, we only have an associate degree in mathematics. So again, if you want to continue with mathematics, you would have to go overseas. But our mathematics associate degree includes all the courses up to Calculus 2. And we don't do probability and stats, calculus.
What kind of career would that take you on?
Again, with the math degree, you can do practically anything, I think. You could go into actuarial science, but you'd have to do the exams for actuarial science. But after the associate degree, you could go and study actuarial science and get a bachelor's degree in actuarial science. And that's mainly probability and stats. You could do consulting type jobs. I have friends that did. I'm a mathematician, so I have friends that went out and they work in finance companies. They do modelling, mathematical modelling. They do operational research. Various fields that you can go into if you have a math degree.
So the marine science, that's something new, you said?
It's reasonably new. We started the 2 tracks a couple of years ago. So it's for students who really don't want to go down the health route. We wanted to have something more for those students. So we introduced this track in environmental science and marine science. Students are very interested, actually, in sustainability. And we've just finished the big Resembid grant. I don't know if you know about that. We got 1.1 million euros from the EU to put solar on the college and develop courses and various things. And it's just finished. We've just finished the grant now. So we have a lot. We've made the college into a living laboratory where students can see how much electricity we use, how much water. We've got sensors on the electricity, the water meters. So it's a living laboratory at UCCI.
That sounds very interesting.
Yeah, 150 kilowatts of solar.
Yeah.
We're saving, how much are we saving? 38% of our electricity costs at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, so, and they study this and
yes, the data that's generated, we've got a building management system set up, which collects data from the solar, from the water, HVAC, all these things are all in this building management system. So the BMS collects data and then students can use the data in their classes.
Now, health is also under your office.
Yes, absolutely.
So this is mainly what, the nursing program?
There's the bachelor's degree in nursing, which I think everybody probably knows quite a lot about. So it's very successful, 100% pass rate in the regional exam for nurse registration in the region. And then we also have a pre-med program, which basically is the same as the associate degree in biology and chemistry with an extra year.
So this would give you the footing to go off
to medical school.
To medical school.
Yeah, absolutely. We are linked with St Matthew's in Cayman. So if you take our pre-med, you can go directly to St Matthew's. And we are also linked with St George's in Grenada.
And the nursing program is quite popular?
Oh, yes, especially the last couple of years.
So
last year we had our bumper year.
What kind of background do you have to get into the nursing?
The nursing, you need to come out with your CXCs. I think you need 5 CXCs, including biology and math and English, and only 2, I believe, I don't know if I'm saying this right, only 2 can be at a C, and the others have to be a B. But people would need to look on the website, I think, to be sure.
To
get all that proper information. But you do need biology, math, and English.
Okay, yeah, I would imagine to be a nurse, you have to be pretty high up there in the science background. Yeah. So registration is going on right now?
Absolutely. Registration is ongoing at the moment. Classes start. Here we go. I have a list here. Classes start on September 1st. So you need to get in before then, obviously. So registrations now are open and students should apply as soon as possible. The new student application deadline, if you're absolutely brand new to UCCI, is August the 15th. So that is, I believe, this Friday. Returning students registration is next week, August the 18th to the 22nd. And new student registration is August the 25th to the 29th. So next week it's returning students, and the week after it's new students, brand new students, to come in and register for their classes.
So you must compete against the whole idea of young people going abroad, because that's the big adventure, right?
It is. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how do you deal with that to attract people to come to UCCI?
I do think we are quite competitive in what we provide. We provide things for students who, for whatever reason, can't go abroad and don't want to go abroad. Like we provide things for part-time students in the evening. We do have a large part-time cohort of students that come in the evening, so they work during the day. So we provide all the classes you can take in the evening to get your associate degree or your degree. So if there's a reason, obviously, if you're working and you can't go abroad. If you're straight out of school, we have a large DE, dual enrolment program for students who have passed their CXCs and are in their last year of school. So they come to UCCI and then they start their college education as a group.
So you cater very well then to those who, because of work or whatever circumstances, need to
we try very hard to schedule classes accordingly for these different groups of students. Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a little break here, and we'll be right back.
There's something new at Subway. Indulge your taste buds with our new barbecue pork rib sandwich tender. Smoky pork ribs smothered in sweet and tangy barbecue sauce, built just the way you like it. It's bold, rich, and seriously satisfying. But hurry, it's here for a limited time only. Order now on the Subway Cayman Islands app for quick in-store pickup, or get it delivered with Bento or Let's Eat. The all-new barbecue pork rib sandwich, only at Subway. Subway. Eat fresh.
Yummy.
Shipping to the Cayman Islands is fast, reliable, and seamless thanks to Cayman Airways Cargo. Need it faster than ocean freight? Cayman Airways Cargo offers multiple cargo flights to Grand Cayman from Miami weekly, so your packages, whether big, small, or in between, will arrive in no time. You can even use a Cayman Airways Cargo US address for your online shopping. Cayman Airways Cargo is also the only carrier providing air freight services for Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Contact us today and see why Cayman Airways Cargo was voted as Cayman's best cargo and logistics company in the Best of Cayman Awards. For details, visit CaymanAirways.com/cargo.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Protect your computers and mobile devices with security software to defend against cyber attacks through viruses, malware, and other online threats. Be aware of unsecure Wi-Fi connections when in public. If you need to access your online banking or sensitive information on your mobile devices, try disabling the Wi-Fi and switching to data from your mobile network. If you suspect a fraud attempt, please contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Now, more than ever, supporting your immune system is crucial to helping your body fight off illnesses like the common cold, the flu, and COVID-19. At ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road and in Buttontown, we carry all the essential vitamins and minerals to help support your immune system and improve your overall health. Some of our top immunity support picks are vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, elderberry, and quercetin, or the popular 7-in-1 immunity support. Our pharmacists are always on hand to help guide you and answer any questions. Visit ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road or Buttontown. Live happy, live healthy with ValueMed Pharmacy.
Storms bring wind, rain, and unexpected costs to buy supplies, secure your home, or make minor repairs. Incidental expenses not covered by insurance. Until now, with Cineco's parametric coverage, you get automatic payouts within 2 to 3 weeks of a Category 3 or stronger hurricane, whether or not you have damage. Available only through Cineco's Homeowners Insurance. Visit Cineco.ky to get a quote today. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back to Talk Today, and we're talking about educational opportunities at UCCI in the areas of science, technology, engineering, and maths, and even health. And if you have a question for Dean Hargrave about participating and entering into UCCI, you can give us a call at 1-800-534-8255. That's Compliments of Flow. 949-8037 or 949-6990. Or WhatsApp. You can give us a message or give us a call on 925-3261. That's the WhatsApp number. You offer degrees as associates and bachelors, some masters also, right?
Yes, at UCCI. It's not in my division. We are actually considering introducing a master's degree in computer science, but it will be in the future, I think. But we do offer master's degrees, but mainly in the business area.
If someone wants to go overseas after they get an associate's or bachelor's, how widely recognized and accepted are UCCI's degrees?
Very widely recognised. Most universities that students, I think the registrar has a list of all the universities that students have been accepted to, but I have never encountered anybody that hasn't had their UCCI degree accepted by a university abroad. And in the UK, students are also accepted, and it is in the place of A-levels in the UK. They sometimes get a bit of advanced standing for the degree based on some courses, but they have to list the courses on the UCAS form for the UK that they've taken.
So no worry there. I mean,
no, I've never encountered anybody that's not had their degree taken by an external university, an overseas university.
Now, I mentioned in the intro that the university has been providing education here in Cayman for 50 years now, right?
Yep, absolutely.
And, I know there's been some observances and celebrations going on of that 50th anniversary. So things are still going on?
Yes. We had the graduation just recently, which was a big affair, celebrating the 50 years. Coming up, we have church services. We have a walk, like a fun run type walk. We're hoping for a gala into the next year, 2026. There should be a gala. So there are various academic alumni. We're hoping to revive the Alumni Association as well this year. So all alumni from UCCI will be getting contacted.
So it sort of died down? Or
Yes, it had been a bit dormant for a while. So we are hoping to revive the Alumni Association now with our 50-year push.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, a lot to celebrate there.
Yes, so many different events, like alumni events, student events, all coming up. Watch this space.
Has the school kind of aimed itself at providing specific courses for the Cayman work area?
Yes, there is a weekend work readiness program that's ongoing at the moment. And I know the nursing department have a course in healthcare aid, which is running at the moment. So anybody that's looking after an old person or nannies and things like that. So we have that course running at the moment as part of the weekend program. I don't think it's actually at the weekend, but they are offering this program at the moment and will be running it again. So if you're interested in something like that, so a healthcare aid type course, then please get in contact because it will run again.
But I mean, even the degree courses, associates, the bachelors, these are things that people can go out and get a job.
Yes.
Here in Cayman.
Yes, absolutely. I think UCCI is fairly good at recognising what is needed, and our business area is very large, and has many people in the community that they rely on to help them with their courses.
Okay. So if someone is interested and maybe they're not sure whether they're really a computer person or a science person, are there guidance counselors or something?
Absolutely. They need to come in.
About that.
If anybody would like information, they need to come in. They can speak to somebody in student life. They can speak to somebody in admissions. They can, if they really want specific advice, they can be passed on to the relevant dean of the department. So I'm STEM and health, but there's business, there's TVET. So there's various, depending on what you're interested in, you can be put in contact with the appropriate person.
Yeah, if I came to you now and said, I think I want to get into computer sciences.
Yes.
What's going to be your approach to me as far as finding out whether this is really something that is for me?
I would ask questions about your background, what you have done previously, what you're interested in, where you see your future. So you need to know where you're coming into the program. So are you coming in with qualifications, or are you coming in brand new, or you're changing from one area of specialisation to another, which is completely possible. If you've done an associate in business, you can transfer to computer science. That's not impossible. So we'd have to have a conversation about where you're coming from and where you see yourself in the future.
So as someone coming out of high school, are they able to enter UCCI and sort of explore things before they actually commit to a major?
When you first register, you register for, if you're coming in with the required qualifications for the associate degree program, you do need to pick a major. But you can, at the beginning, the majors they all tend to be fairly general. So in the first semester or two, it makes very little difference if you transfer, I would like to say.
And there's some mandatory classes that
everybody takes. Yes,
like
yes.
us?
Computer applications. Everybody takes computer applications.
But that's just like end user.
It's Microsoft applications. So Excel, Word, PowerPoint. If you come in with the Microsoft certification in these areas, Microsoft Expert, you can waive that course. So anybody that's got the Microsoft Expert certification does not need to do computer applications. What else does everybody have to do? Everybody has to do English. Everybody has to do a math class. There are general classes that everybody needs to take. Everybody needs to do a social science.
So in those required classes, you may find your groove.
Exactly. You might, yes. Yeah. I've had people that have taken EMV 105, which is the sustainability course that we offer, which is more general. It's not part of the degree. It's like a general course that people choose for their science a lot of the time because it's interesting. But based on that, they then change and decide they want to do the environmental program.
Now, for a working person who wants to improve themselves,
yes,
what is there for them at UCCI, especially in areas in the STEM areas?
Well, you can actually enroll in an associate degree if you would like and take the classes in the evening after work. I mean, that is entirely possible. We run classes from 4:30 to 6 and then 6 to 7:30, 7:30 to 9. I mean, if you can get out of work for 4:30, that's 3 different time slots in an evening that you can take. So we try to run classes for the students that come in the evening so that they can complete their degree.
So you could be continuing to work, but you could gain your bachelor's? I mean, I guess it would take you a little longer.
It does take longer because you can't take the 5 classes a semester if you're part-time. We also run classes online. We do run classes online, so people that can't come in don't have to actually come in. Some classes are hybrid, some classes are completely online.
How popular are the evening classes?
Very popular.
Yeah?
Very popular, yes. Yeah. Usually classes fill up quite quickly, I'd have thought, in the evening, in certain subjects.
So a lot of people there looking to improve their standing with,
yes,
as far as their qualifications.
Yes. We also run general interest courses. I mean, in the TVET division, they run cake decorating and various general interest if you want to learn a language of an evening and things like that.
So this is just something that you just want an interest that you might have.
Absolutely. If you have an interest, cake baking, we have done.
Cake baking?
Yes, absolutely.
Cake decorating?
Cake decorating.
That's okay.
One of my colleagues did the cake decorating class. It was very successful.
And I know it's not in your area, but
No.
you also have a good hospitality school.
We absolutely do. The School of Hospitality Studies is a great school, yeah.
Now, something that piqued my interest was looking through the website, and I don't know if this is in your area, but applied science in hospitality.
Yes, that's not
which is
my
something
area.
I never really.
There is an associate degree in applied science, and they've also recently revamped it, I think. It isn't my area, and if you're interested in this, you would need to either go on the website or come in to find out. But yeah,
the applied science part.
Yes.
And hospitality. I never thought of the two of them.
Well, it is. I guess it is, isn't it? Because it's definitely applied.
All right. Well, so anyone that wants to get into this area, let's get some information here. We've got a few minutes left. So what if you are interested, especially in computer science?
If you're interested in computer science specifically, you can contact me. My email address is thargrave, so THARGRAVE at ucci.edu.ky. If you are just generally interested in registering for the college, you need to go onto the website. You can register on the website. Everything can be done online. So that's www.ucci.edu.ky. Or just give us a call. You can give us a call at UCCI.
Okay, and you don't have to have a big science or computer background to get started.
No, absolutely not. No, not at all. Not at all. You can start, even if you haven't got the prerequisites that you need to get onto the associate degree straight away, you can take prerequisite classes. We do have pre-college classes that are available for people. And if for the sciences, for anything, there are preparatory classes.
And just as far as, the difference that education can make in a person's life,
Mm-hmm.
What have you seen happen to some of your students over time, that examples that you can give us, how just taking that step to enter a university campus and completing it, the difference that it can make in someone's life?
I've taught many. I've taught at UCCI for nearly 30 years now. So I've seen many people. I remember many ladies that came in the evening. When I first started, it was quite a lot of ladies in their 30s and 40s that had left school and gone straight into work and then decided that they would like to get an education. And it made huge difference. And they really, really struggled to come in every evening because they had children and they were working. But it really made a difference to them because they were able to get promotions at work and where they wouldn't have been before.
So a lot of doors open.
A lot of doors open for people, yes.
All right. And the deadline for registration is...
The deadline for registration for new student applications, which is on the website, is this Friday, August the 15th. But then I'm assuming new students can also come in the week of the August the 25th to the 29th to get registered for their classes.
Okay. Dean Tracy Hargrave, Dean of Science, Technology, Engineering, Maths, and Health, thank you so much for joining me here.
Thank you for having me.
I hope people take advantage of this.
So do I.
It's a great opportunity. All right, we're going to have more talk today coming right up. But first, we're going to take a little break here, check in with the newsroom, and let's get some headlines, find out what's happening in the news. Stay with me now.
We are Radio Cayman.
Covering Cayman Brac, Little Cayman, and Grand Cayman.
1 in a million. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The Headline News is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
I'm April Cummings with your headlines. Government saw, quote, higher than budgeted levels of expenditure by statutory authorities and government companies in the first half of the year, up by $12.1 million. For the first half of the year, the SAGC's overall performance was $5.7 million behind when compared to the same period in 2024. You can find the full ESO report online at gov.ky/publications. In international headlines, the U.S. government's gross national debt has surpassed $37 trillion, a record number high that highlights the accelerating debt on America's balance sheet and increased cost pressures on taxpayers. The $37 trillion update is found in the latest Treasury Department report, which logs the nation's daily finances. U.S. President Donald Trump warned today that there will be severe consequences if Russian President Vladimir Putin does not agree to stop the war against Ukraine after two leaders meet for a summit later this week in Alaska. Trump made the comment in response to a question from a reporter after announcing this year's Kennedy Honor recipients in Washington. He did not say what those consequences might be. Those are your headlines. I'm April Cummings.
Radio Cayman. More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter. Radio Cayman Headline News.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Do you have a healthcare question but not sure who to ask? Contact HSA's Patient Call Center to speak to one of our experienced clinical team members. We are here to answer your questions and help guide you through your healthcare journey. Need to make an appointment? Our team can help. Contact HSA at 949-8600 or email info@hsa.ky. At HSA, we are committed to caring for you.
Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands. Hinton Roxroy Connolly was born in Creek, Cayman Brac on 9th September 1937. Fondly known as Big H to his family and friends, following a 5-year career at sea, Mr. Hinton returned to Cayman Brac, taking up work with Brac Power and Light Company for 3 years prior to moving to Grand Cayman, where he commenced employment with Cable and Wireless in March 1966. Big H would eventually move back to Cayman Brac, working his way up from a linesman to a supervisor throughout the 29 years of employment with Cable and Wireless, eventually retiring in August 1994. Following his retirement, Mr. Hinton continued to do electrical work for the many people of Cayman Brac. Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands.
Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands, the ultimate staycation experience. Your culture, your freedom, the land that time forgot isn't gone. It's your Sister Islands.
Discover all that our Sister Islands have to offer.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back to Talk Today. A quick look at the weather here. It's 92 degrees at Owen Robertson Airport. The feels like temperature, though, is 107 degrees. And wind out of the east-southeast at 7 knots. Forecast calls for isolated showers this afternoon, partly cloudy this evening, and tonight, clear skies. And yeah, the radar showing a few spots of scattered showers around the place. And checking in with the National Hurricane Center in Miami. Let's see, Aaron here. Still out there in the Atlantic, and if the forecast holds true here as far as the forecast track, it will be no threat to Cayman or the Caribbean. It's forecast to turn up to the northwest and stay out into the Atlantic for quite a while, and that's the way we like it, when they just stay out into the Atlantic. We have a caller on the line. Good afternoon. You are on the air with Talk Today.
Good day. Is this Mr. Glidden?
Hello.
How are you today, sir?
I'm fine, and how are you doing?
Oh, fantastic so far. I have here with me a little poem that I want to read. I'll try not to be so much into conversations as in the past.
It's not a long one, is it?
No. It's actually like 20 lines.
Okay.
No, 16. Okay, it's entitled "It's All About the Money."
What is this?
It's all about business. The Benjamins, some say, paving the path to greater success in some way. A day of work and most likely another dollar. Accepting currency from the blue and white collar. There are times when all currencies are accepted. All currencies are important. Actually, none are rejected. Financial leadership is a big part of the plan. Foreign dollars are good as well, however you can. Money from Africa, India, Mexico, and other places. It's interesting to see some of their leaders' faces. Nelson Mandela of South Africa and Gandhi of India. Also, interestingly, the dollar of Australia. I don't have time to waste. It's all about the money. Making money affords me desired milk and honey. Arguments and talk of no value is not my desire. Money in appropriate amounts is what I require. And I think I'll sign my name to that, Mr. Charlo, Mr. Glidden. Craig Brown.
Craig Brown. Thank you so much.
Yes.
That was a nice poem.
Well, I've been learning quite a bit from the CNCF. They brought down people to teach on poetry and also learn a bit in school and different things. A lot of different areas of art, and I'm quite grateful, to be honest.
So you write a lot of poetry?
I do quite a bit, mainly inspirational poetry. I lost a lot of it, a lot of my poems and years past, but try to get back on track and recognize what is best for myself.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing that with us, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, you take care. Have a good afternoon.
Okay.
Well, we were talking about UCCI and their STEM course offerings in the first segment of the show. I got an email here, and I guess this connects back to last week when we were talking about trade schools. This WhatsApp message says the UK has a great apprenticeship system. It allows persons to progress from the trades to the more academic programs with ladders and bridges. It is based on ability and caters for the latent developers and persons who want to upgrade or retrain. So I guess we could have a good model from the UK there if we wanted to provide that for people who, they're in trades, but they want to move up and be in more academic programs. Sometimes the trades, though, they offer as far as what Craig Brown was just talking about there. It's always about the money. Sometimes the trades pay more than, the academic programs. I remember the joke about a guy calls a plumber to his house, and plumber comes, goes on to fixes the sink, gets it all working again, comes back out and tells the guy, that's $350. And the guy said, $350? You were just there in a half hour. You're more expensive than a doctor. And the plumber says, yeah, I know. I used to be a surgeon, but I thought plumbing pays much better. So sometimes the trades really pay off. You can't put down the trades. And that's sometimes, people don't realize that. You can do quite well having the right trade, whether it's computer science or fixing a car, being a mechanic. And we've talked on here about the need for a trade school, but that same UCCI that we were talking about, we were talking about the STEM program, but looking around, I found on the UCCI website, hey, if you want to trade, they can fix you up with the right training. They've got, everything from auto mechanics, air conditioning. Let me tell you, this is a quite array of trades trade training to be found at UCCI, and maybe we can get them on here and talk about, the opportunities as far as preparing yourself with a good trade so that you can make a good living. And it is something that people sometimes, they think they want to do academics, but perhaps they aren't really cut out for it. And there's nothing wrong with taking up a good trade. Well, I see the government is inviting people to come down to Cardinal Avenue on Friday. They're having something they call Strong Start, the first 100 days community update. And they are inviting people to come down to Cardinal Avenue where they're going to do this update. You can engage directly with ministers and parliamentary secretaries in Grand Cayman. This will take place this Friday from 4 to 7 o'clock, right down there on Cardinal Avenue. In Cayman Brac, it will happen on Friday the 22nd of August, 5:30 to 7:30 at Scott's Dock. So what do you think about the government's first 100 days? You think they've done a pretty good job? Or do you think otherwise? We could talk about that. The first 100 days is, often the marker of, well, what have you achieved so far? Or the honeymoon is over. You give new government time to get something going, because a new government comes in, they have to find out where all the offices are first thing when they go in. Which way to the restroom, right? They have to get their feet on the ground, get their bearings straight, and start to do the work. And often the 100 days is the marker for whether a new government is off to a good start, whether they're taking the country in the right direction, whether they're starting to achieve things. And it's also like I said, when you might say the honeymoon is over, we're no excuses now. We have to move on, and what are you doing? So how do you think the government is doing? Give me a call. Let's get a little preview of what people might be thinking about as far as Friday, when the government is going to be down on Cardinal Avenue there, talking about their first 100 days. And we do have a caller. Good afternoon. You're on the air with Talk Today. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, you're on the air. Good afternoon.
Afternoon. Just listening to you talking about the first 100 days of government and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I won't make any comment on that in regards to how well they're doing or anything, because we just don't know yet.
Okay.
There's a lot of things that are still at play. We do know that half of the government that's in now approved the last budget, and then this is the same government that's trying to cut back on the budget. So one could ask the question, why did you approve it in the first place? But again, those are some of the questions that we should ask. But what I would like to talk about, or what I would like to share with you, and maybe spark some conversation.
Sure.
I've seen recently where Rosa Harris, right,
mm-hmm.
Has made these announcements with spending money in Germany and Europe and Switzerland to promote Cayman.
Yeah.
Now I know for a fact that there's around 3,700 air flights that cross over Cayman every day, right, coming from Europe and all other parts of the world, transatlantic air traffic. I found that out when we were doing the campaign for CPR back in 2019-18. But the thing is that I'm a little concerned that we're too quick to spend money to market ourselves in a market that we don't have direct flights to. So, I think we put in the cart before the horse in this case, or horse before the cart, whichever is the correct way of putting that. Because until we extend our runway, that we can attract these big jets that come in from
the long haul.
The long haul. I can't see where it's going to be money well spent to market Cayman in that market when a person got to make several stops in order to get here. That in itself is a deterrent, and they'll find easier places to go. Places to go that are easier to reach.
Yeah.
That'll create a challenge for us. So I think that we need to hit the pause button, Rosa, and maybe not spend the $13 to $26 million that I've seen floating around in some of the media, some of the headlines.
Well, it has been pretty much proven that a passenger is going to take a flight that is nonstop before they're going to take one that has several stops, unless they're looking for some kind of deal that they get because of some weird routing that they have.
Correct. And that statistic is readily available. So you would imagine that these are some of the things that we would have been looking at before, we pulled the trigger to go in and invest all these millions of dollars in a market that people don't really have, direct access to Cayman from those areas. Now, I'm not saying this to try to criticize Ms. Harris. I'm just pointing out the obvious. The person that in charge of tourism could have been anybody. It would have been that person we would have called their name of. But I'm just simply saying that we need to be smart. And also, too, Chalo, the Cayman Islands in the past had to do very little to create awareness to our location because it was already well known globally, who we are, where we're from. And in some cases, we had a couple of negative, things where people think that, everybody here is a money launderer and everybody here is rich, which is not the case. But, and certainly our banking practices, our banking system reflects, because all of the local people here that barely got 2 pennies to rub together have to go through all the sanctions and due diligence as international people to open an account here. So we feel those ramifications. But what I'm basically trying to just highlight is that I think we need to slow it down a bit. Yes, we do need to market Cayman, and yes, we need to market Cayman, globally. But do we really need to spend all of this money with international firms when we got a lot of capable firms and people in Cayman that could do just as good a job as anybody else to market Cayman? Because, you don't have to be in a country to market another country for that country, because technology and all of the platforms that are available now, you don't even have to be in a country to, look at all the architectural work that is going on globally, because half of the architectural plans in Cayman are done in Asia, and then they're brought here and then they're submitted by licensed architects. That I know for sure.
Yeah. But so, you don't think that a firm that is in that market would know the market better?
Well, I would challenge that, because there's a lot of firms that are in that market that are doing very poorly, and you have firms that are on the outside of that market that are doing far better than them, and you can go and you can see that for yourself. You can research that for yourself. And that's not because you're in or out of the market. That's because of the ability of the people that you have working for you on how creative they are in order to reach the audience in which you desire to reach. I can tell you that just based on one local podcast that I have. I can go to my professional dashboard and and it tells me how much percentage of people watch my podcast and where they're from and whether they're female or male. So you have a target audience, then you need to know how to be creative enough to target that audience, to ensure that you reach that audience, and that is quite doable without being in the region. Now, I'm not telling you that we shouldn't hire a firm in the region. I'm just simply saying is that it don't necessarily have to be a firm in that region. And why haven't we weighed in on all of the capable marketing geniuses that we have around here?
But what I was getting at was that they know the media to where to place the ads. They have the contacts to get the PR write-ups.
Yeah, but all that information is readily available. You don't have to be in that jurisdiction to have that access. That's the point I'm making. I'm saying is that whatever platforms they plan to market our product on, we could market it on that platform just the same. We don't need to spend millions of dollars to pay a company because they PO boxes in that jurisdiction. We don't need that, Charlo. I'm telling you, because when you look at most of the people on social, let's just take a social media person for example. 92% of their viewers are not from where they're from. They've reached 92% of the 12 or 13 million viewers that they got. They're not even in that jurisdiction. That right there in itself tells you that there's a wide audience out there. You just have to be creative and you have to know how to reach that audience. So I'm not telling you. I would challenge anybody to say that someone that's in that jurisdiction has an advantage, because technology has developed in such a way that you can reach anybody anywhere at any time.
But you have to give that it goes beyond social media when you're talking about marketing.
I use that as
destination.
an example. I wasn't limiting it to that.
Yeah.
I use that as an example, but I challenge you or anyone that's listening to find something that has a broader reach than social media. Challenge you to show me which platform has a broader reach than social media. Show it to me.
Oh, no, I mean, you're not going to deny that it has a very wide and international reach.
Well, that's where you start, Charlo. That's exactly where you start, and then you work your way backwards from there.
But also, there's the shotgun approach, and then there's the rifle approach, right? The focused approach in marketing.
I want a person that aims and fire. I don't want a person that fire and then hope for the best. I want a person that aims and fire. That's the person that I want. But at the end of the
but
day,
you got to hit the target, right?
we have to be very open-minded when we come to these things. And as I said earlier, I never said that we shouldn't be hiring a firm. I just said, why are we not exhausting the local creative minds that we have locally? Because I do know there's a lot of platforms, there's a lot of people that have gone away and educated themselves in these areas and in those fields. And I just want to know why these people are not being used or being given the opportunity to be able to, participate in these markets. That's, and that's why, when we look at our population and we look at the distribution of wealth in the Cayman Islands, it is not necessarily evenly distributed because, you have those people who know people and then you have those people who don't. And they seem to be the ones that always get the work over the ones that don't. But anyway, I just thought I would spark that conversation because I would like to see us build a runway, be able to land all those big jets, and then market the hell out of it. See what I'm saying?
All right. Thanks for the call, man.
Cool.
Take care. We have another caller on the line. Good afternoon. You're on the air with Talk Today.
Yeah, Charlo. How you doing?
All right. And you?
Still alive, man. Good day. Good to be alive,
Yes, man.
Sorry about that. I want to congratulate that teacher that you had on there from UCCI. And giving us all the information about the classes and things that's up there.
Yeah.
And most of all for me...
She's not here, right? She's gone, but...
I love that we have that nursing class up there. Because last year, somewhere around September, I had a blood transfusion and I had to stay in the hospital for about 5 days. And I was so glad when I met some young Caymanians inside there. Young Caymanian nurses, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
And I wish them the best. And I talk to them, if you're really serious about being in this business, what you need to have, like your personality, your good manners, and you got to have the feeling coming from the heart to take care of somebody.
Oh, yeah, nurses are special people.
Nurse. It's not all about the education. The feeling's got to be there, too. But they were all nice students, man. I could tell that they were coming from good families in Cayman Islands, In my 77 years, I never been into a hospital too many times, which I thank God for that because I don't really like hospitals. But when I tragically lost my 5 fingers at 11 years old, I guess I was really thankful that I had a hospital to go to, especially on that afternoon, But going through life, the English, I always respected them from the days when we had George Hicks and John Gray in Cayman Islands. I don't know if I've met better teachers than them when it came to personality and everything else that goes with it in my lifetime. Plus, the few teachers, when I went to school, Caymanian teachers that I had, they were good teachers as well. And it is my wish that before I left this life, I could see West Bay High School with Beulah Smith name over the door, Because she was a great mentor to me when I went to school at town.
A lot of people.
Besides that, I had the privilege, so I was working with McAlpine to build the science and technology block at the John Gray compound in Georgetown. So that made me feel proud, man, that I could be a part of that. Mostly in my construction, that's what I done, man. Hospital and schools. So I'm still a proud Caymanian that I could contribute to all those places.
Well, you did your part.
Yeah, well, Father, I had to stop the construction, man, in 2022 because a slight heart problem.
That's tough work.
I believe it's slight. Mightn't be slight, but I believe it's slight. But I had to stop it. It was better that I go for 37 years in construction and never got really hurt out there. It was better that I say goodbye to that. Anyway.
But thanks for the call.
Everybody. Later.
All right. It's 1:30, and that means we have to take a break. Caller on the line. Hang in there. We'll be right back.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Here are a few tips that will benefit you. Ensure to log out completely when you finish any online banking activities. Be aware of phishing attempts and only click links from trusted sources that are sent from your device through emails and messages. Remember, Cayman National will never ask you for your credentials. If you suspect a fraud attempt or that your account has been compromised, please immediately contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Did you know ordering your favorite sandwich from Subway just got easier? Yeah, picture this. No more waiting in line. No more fussing with cash. Just a delicious taste of Subway at your fingertips. With our new app, ordering your go-to sub is as easy as a few taps on your phone. Plus, receive exclusive deals and earn loyalty points with every purchase made on the app. Download the new Subway app today and get ready to ditch the lines and drive straight into your flavor. Visit the App Store or Google Play Store on your mobile phone and search for Subway Cayman Islands. Subway. Eat fresh.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
When a hurricane hits, unexpected costs can add up fast. Homeowners are usually out of pocket for these costs to get supplies or make minor repairs. But with Cineco's parametric coverage, you get automatic payouts within 2 to 3 weeks after a Category 3 or stronger storm, whether or not you have damage. Available only through Cineco Homeowners Insurance. Call 949-8101 or visit Cineco.ky for a quote. That's Cineco.ky to get a quote today. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
It's a sizzling summer with JN Money. You can win a luxury weekend getaway for two when you send or receive money from now until September 30, 2025. That's right. We're turning up the heat this summer with JN Money. Visit www.jnmoneyonline.com to learn more about how to win. What are you waiting for? Send, win, relax this summer with JN Money.
Looking to transform your space? From custom homes to commercial spaces, we bring your vision to life with precision, quality, and elegance. At Mike's Builders, we make it happen.
Mike's Builders turned my dream home into a reality. Their team is professional, efficient, and truly the best in the business. Good communication? Check. Cleanliness? Check. Professionalism? On point. You have to try Mike's Builders for yourself.
Call us today at 923-0706. That's 923-0706. Mike's Builders. Let's build a beautiful world together.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back, and we've been talking here about what we heard from UCCI this afternoon, and one of our callers posed a question about whether we should be spending money on advertising in Europe with no direct flights from Europe as yet. We should be waiting until we get the runway all extended, and so those long-haul flights can come directly into Cayman. What do you think about that? And we also mentioned that the government will be holding a session down on Cardinal Avenue. They've billed it as Strong Start for the first 100 days community update. So they'll be talking about their 100 days in office and what they, the key achievements that they have made. What do you think about the first 100 days of the new government? Have they made a good start? We've had some calls that, previously that have been encouraged by what they've seen in the government. How about you? You think they've got off to a good start? One of our WhatsApp listeners here, they are wondering if this is going to be one-on-one or in a group presentation. I doubt it's going to be one-on-one. It says you can engage with the ministers and the parliamentary secretaries, but I don't know how long they would be able to spend with you if it was on one-on-one. But it's going to be down there on Cardinal Avenue, so I guess they'll take questions from people as they get them. And I'm going to try and get down there, see if we can talk to some people down there. And interested, though, in what you're thinking about the government as far as what they've announced so far, what they've been doing. One of the things that have made a lot of headlines is their plans for immigration. Seems like a lot of changes and reforms are going to be made in the area of immigration. There's been talk of having to wait up to 22 years before you can get Cayman status and so forth. Is that too long? I know I was engaged in a conversation the other night about, well, maybe that's stretching it just a little bit too much out to 22 years. And why 22? Why not 20? Kind of a strange number when you think about it, 22 years. Or maybe is it 15 enough? Is 15 years long enough to wait before getting Cayman status? And of course, they have said that they're tightening up on work permits, especially with people who might want to, what they call job hop, going from job to job on work permits. We're supposed to see a tightening up of that. And also we've heard about marriages of convenience. And I think a lot more of that happens than we actually know about. And the other day, we were talking to the Family Resource Center. We were talking about that it is a fact that Cayman has a higher divorce rate than most places with this population. For a place of this size, we have a high divorce rate. And it was explained that one of the contributing factors to that why we have a high divorce rate, marriages of convenience. You enter into this arrangement where you marry someone and maybe your intentions are very good. Like, hey, I'll help you out. We'll get married and then you can stay in Cayman, right? But this often does not end well. You get married just to either give someone a helping hand, or maybe it's a little bit different than that. Maybe you get married to them because they pay you money so that they can stay. But in any case, when a marriage starts out as a marriage of convenience, it's probably not going to end well, and the divorce is on the horizon, or maybe not even on the horizon, maybe it's right up in front of you. Eventually, you're going to want to not be so close, even if you're friends. you really didn't want to marry the person. So it's bound for divorce, right? And that contributes to us having a high divorce rate. We have a caller on the line. Good afternoon. You're on the Air with Talk today.
Hey, good afternoon, Mr. Chalo.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Okay, and you?
I'm okay, man. What's on your mind today?
Well, speaking about the government, I haven't heard them saying anything about the cost of living concerning solving that problem. I haven't heard them say anything about building a new prison concerning that problem. I haven't heard them saying anything about building hurricane shelters, which are very important. And building hurricane shelters is not a waste of money, because we will always have hurricanes and they're only going to get worse. I haven't heard anything in the plans about trade schools, which we should have had in Cayman now for the last 20, 25 years. I haven't heard anything about a drug rehabilitation center that we need besides Caribbean Haven. Because at this time in Caribbean Haven, 2 family members are not able to attend the program at the same time. They're running out of space. There are a lot of people that want to sign up but not able to because they don't have any space available. I don't hear any plans on building another rehabilitation center. So the government has a lot of work left to do until I hear them having these things in their plans.
But, some of those things you need to budget it in, though.
Yes, but I don't hear any plans on concerning the budget and doing these things over the last for the next 4 years, starting this year or next year, and then every year continuing on a project such as Northwood Prison, something that is very important, that needs to be a new prison for the prisoners, that their lives are not in danger. I don't hear the government mentioning anything about that.
Well, maybe those kind of things maybe might be part of what we call the strategic plan that they will come with, I think in October it is.
Well, I don't have any plans concerning those things. Mm-hmm. And this has been from 2007. This gentleman from the United Kingdom came there and told him it was a disgrace. It was a disgrace for the Cayman Islands, for the finances that the Cayman Islands have, to be housing prisoners in that type of environment and in that type of facility.
What do you think they could do about the cost of living?
Say that again?
What do you think they could do about the cost of living?
What they can do? They can stop companies from doing what they want to do. That brings up the cost of living. Companies such as CUC. When CUC is allowed to go up with the electricity rates the way that they are, whenever they want to, and then the electricity rates go up everywhere else in every other business, that's when the cost of living goes up too. Whether that's a restaurant, whether that's a place that you buy clothes, wherever that may be, once the electricity rate raises, the prices in all those places are going to rise also.
Well, I mean, they have to justify raising the rate and get an approval.
They have to justify it.
Uh-huh.
Yes. But I have a question.
Okay.
The 25-year contract that the government signed with CUC. How much money is the government being paid by CUC over the 25 years that they have that lease for? How much are they being paid on a month? How much is the government being paid by CUC on a monthly basis or on a yearly basis?
Some kind of royalty or some kind of... I know.
Hello?
I'm not sure what do you mean by that.
Well, if CUC belongs, if the utility company belongs to the government, and they have it leased to CUC,
but it doesn't belong to the government.
Say that again.
It doesn't belong to the government.
Then who does it belong to then?
The shareholders of CUC.
So why did the government sign a 25-year contract with CUC, leasing it to
to give them the franchise in to provide electricity in Grand Cayman?
So what you're trying to say now, that the government has nothing at all to do with CUC?
Well, they regulate it as far as with off-reg, or there was another acronym now, but off-reg, the regulator for telecommunications and utilities. But it's not like the government owns CUC, as you were saying. I mean, it's a company.
Then what? Okay, well, then why is it that I'm hearing the talk that the government would not want to control CUC because of certain reasons, but they're able to if CUC does not belong to the government? Why am I hearing that kind of talk?
CUC it belongs to the shareholders, and it's actually listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange. I mean, the government doesn't own it.
So who built CUC when it first started?
Well, I can't tell you all the history of it, but
the shareholders built CUC.
When you say that it built it, I guess maybe there was in the beginning. I'm not 100% sure if the very first power plant in Cayman might have been government run. I'm not sure about that. But I can tell you, as the structure is right now, the government does not own CUC.
Okay. Well, I'll have to double check that.
Yeah, it's a company that's owned by shareholders. I mean, you can go up to CUC if you have a CUC account. If you are a customer of CUC, you can go up there, put down some money, and buy some shares.
I don't believe what you're saying. I think CUC belongs to the government. That's my personal belief. But when it comes to the shareholders, I think that's the problem. When it comes to stopping them from raising their rates as they please, it's because of the shareholders, and the shareholders are some of the members of the Legislative Assembly.
Well, I'm sure they may have shares in CUC. Yeah, a lot of people have shares in CUC.
Yes, well, that's where the problem is. The shareholders, and because of greed.
But a lot of people that have shares in CUC are not necessarily powerful people. They're just everyday people that that have shares.
I know all about that.
They went and put down some money and bought some shares.
I know all about that. I know when the shares started in CUC. I think the year was 1991 when CUC got into this.
Might have been before that. I think it was before that.
Well, when I was working there is when the shares really got started with CUC. And that was 1993, 94 that I started working at CUC. And that's when they started offering shares.
I think you could buy it before that, though.
Well, that's when it really started with this Canadian Stock Exchange. Was around those years there. But the main point, what I'm saying, Mr. Glidden, when it comes to the cost of living, if the government does not control the cost of living, especially for our young people, and companies are allowed to do as they please, and our young people are not even able to save $1 because of these companies being greedy and doing as they please, and the government does not control the cost of living, then they're going to destroy the future for our young people. And if the government cannot control the cost of living, the government is just pretty much useless.
Well, the government provides a lot of things for the welfare of people. You know, but Tom, let me ask you something. Are you actually talking, when you say about companies can do whatever they want to, are you actually talking about controlling the prices that companies charge for services or for goods?
I'm talking about certain companies like CUC, when they go up with their electricity rates and the rates go up everywhere else on the island, especially small businesses. When it comes to small businesses, when CUC goes up with their electricity rates, that stops these small businesses from being able to increase the salaries of their employees, such as when the government now increased the minimum wage to where it is now.
Yeah, there is a knock-on effect. I mean, same thing with fuel.
Yeah,
what about fuel?
When,
gas.
Yes, but when CUC increases their rates every year, like they are allowed to, then how can small businesses give their employees a raise that they're able to save money, to be able to buy a piece of land and build a house? And what kind of future are our young people going to have if the cost of living continues to go up and get worse? That our young people are not able to save $1. If the government does not use the power that they have to control the cost of living, the government is just pretty much useless.
All right. Well, listen, my control room is telling me I got to take a break. But thank you for the call.
You're welcome.
All right. You take care. We got to take a break. We'll be right back.
Hungry? Need Subway any time of the day?
Yeah.
We've got you covered. Subway at Anderson Square, Centennial Towers, and Countryside Shopping Village is open 24/7, serving up fresh, delicious subs anytime you need them. And for your weekend cravings, West Shore Center is also open 24 hours on Friday nights and until 1 a.m. on Saturdays, because it's never too late for a great meal. Skip the line and order ahead with the Subway Cayman Islands app, or get your favorites delivered straight to your door with Bento and Let's Eat. Fresh, fast, and always here when you need us. Subway. Eat fresh.
Shipping to the Cayman Islands is fast, reliable, and seamless thanks to Cayman Airways Cargo. Need it faster than ocean freight? Cayman Airways Cargo offers multiple cargo flights to Grand Cayman from Miami weekly, so your packages, whether big, small, or in between, will arrive in no time. You can even use a Cayman Airways Cargo US address for your online shopping. Cayman Airways Cargo is also the only carrier providing air freight services for Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Contact us today and see why Cayman Airways Cargo was voted as Cayman's best cargo and logistics company in the Best of Cayman Awards. For details, visit CaymanAirways.com/cargo.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Here are a few tips that will benefit you. Ensure to log out completely when you finish any online banking activities. Be aware of phishing attempts and only click links from trusted sources that are sent from your device through emails and messages. Remember, Cayman National will never ask you for your credentials. If you suspect a fraud attempt or that your account has been compromised, please immediately contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
The Lions Club of Grand Cayman Benzarama raffle is back, kicking off Friday, August 15th at the Mango Tree. Get your tickets now to win the brand new 2025 Mercedes-Benz C200. This is your chance to own your very own precision luxury Mercedes. The peak in innovation, luxury, and safety. Join the launch party from 4 p.m. at the Mango Tree, Friday the 15th. The Lions Club of Grand Cayman, proudly serving the community for over 50 years.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back, and a WhatsApp message here replying to that last caller about the CUC and ownership, and WhatsApp message is saying CUC shareholders include many Caymanians. He is wrong. He must do his homework before he comes on the air. Local people have shares. Yes, I mean, a lot of Caymanians, local people, residents, have shares in CUC, and a lot of people have done very well by putting their money into CUC, and especially being in the dividend reinvestment program where you actually take the dividend and put it back in. And I remember someone who worked at CUC and knows about the shares was telling me that she remembers, a gentleman who religiously, like clockwork, every month he came and put some money into his shares at CUC. And he does this over, a period of 25, 30 years. When he cashed in, she says, I can't tell you how much he had, but he could probably go and buy himself an expensive home down South Sound, So the CUC shares owned by Caymanians, residents, a lot of people have done very, very good as far as an investment in CUC. And, as far as using your money wisely, that's one of the things that you can do. Invest in CUC. And I think all you need to do is to have a CUC account. If you're one of their customers, you can sign up for their investment program. And, they pay a pretty good dividend, and reinvest that back into the company. And especially if you're young and, time is on your side, and you just keep putting it in there, over time it's going to build up. And you'd be surprised the money that accumulates over, a 20-year period, just putting some money in every month, like that man did, like clockwork. Be disciplined about it, and over time, you'd be amazed at how much money you have there in your CUC shares. So it's better than, I guess you could dare say that it's better than putting money in the bank, you know. Because these days you're not getting very much interest on a regular savings account. But you put money in a utility company like CUC, it will build up over time. So the cost of living is something that people always talk about, and no doubt it is something that a lot of us have stress over. It's 2 o'clock, and that means it's time for the headlines.
Since 1976.
Covering Grand Cayman, no Cayman, on right. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines.
The headline news is brought to you by Kirk Market.
I'm April Cummings with your headlines. Ministers and parliamentary secretaries are gearing up for a public update on the first 100 days in office for the new National Coalition for Caymanians. According to a WhatsApp post on government's channel this morning, the public is invited to an event on Cardinal Avenue from 4 to 7 p.m. on Grand Cayman this Friday. A second event is planned for the 22nd of August from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at Scott's Dock in the Brac. In regional headlines, in Bermuda, police are searching for the suspects of a double murder on one of the island's busiest streets, whom they've described as 2 males on a dark-colored motorcycle with a covered license plate. In a statement, the Bermuda Police Service also appealed for calm, adding that one of the victims died at the scene, the other at the hospital. They say a third person, a male, remains in the hospital with a gunshot wound to his lower extremities. The authorities have not disclosed the names nor ages of those killed and injured. St. Vincent and the Grenadines government confirms it has pulled the plug on the Canadian investors involved with the Black Sands Resort at Peters Hope, located on the southernmost tip of the country. The project remains incomplete 8 years after the groundbreaking and 7 years after the first phase was to have been completed. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, speaking on a radio program, said the Jamaica-based Sandals Resorts International will construct a U.S. $375 million, 375-room resort now at Peters Hope. Those are your headlines. I'm April Cummings.
www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Radio Cayman Talk Today continues.
Welcome back. Yes, let's take a quick look at the weather at Owen Roberts International. It's 91 degrees. Winds out of the southeast at about 7 knots. And a forecast calling for isolated showers this afternoon. Partly cloudy this evening and clear tonight. Clear skies tonight. Just a few little spots of showers out at sea here and over in the sister islands, about the same thing. So pretty clear right now as far as any rain. And checking with the National Hurricane Center in Miami, hurricane, or actually tropical storm, Erin, still out there in the Atlantic, and looks like it is forecast to turn up to the northwest there, stay out into the Atlantic, but it will become a major hurricane. Was it by Sunday? It actually will probably form into a hurricane by tomorrow, or rather Friday morning, and eventually become a major hurricane by Sunday, but staying out into the Atlantic, and that's how we like it, right? Turning to the WhatsApp messages. Good evening, sir. Let me say, if we don't want to use CUC power, buy a generator, and you will have no problem, or go solar power. Leave CUC alone. They're doing a great job for the island. And let's see what else we have here. If we can get this to open up here. CUC, let us also remember that from inception that CUC is a major employer of generational Caymanians who have built the company and in turn the Cayman Islands. Yeah, that's a very true statement. That CUC has been a place where Caymanians have been able to have good jobs and upward mobile jobs. You know, they have been able to progress in the company. And I can remember even from way back, it was always thought of as a great place to have a job. And you can't do without power, and power costs money. And, you know, people are in business to make money. As our poet, Mr. Brown, says, you know, it's all about the money. That's why people go into business. And the cost of living, that's something that has so many factors in it that for us common folks, it's hard to diagnose. We feel the effects, but sometimes it's very hard to analyze where it's all coming from. And fuel drives the price of everything, including electricity. And sometimes that's why you see a drop or a spike in your electricity bill. You know, the cost of fuel is spiking, or they got a good price on fuel and it dips down. But hopefully things are going to improve. I see CUC has come to some agreement with Off-Reg that you know, for the new for the increase in power generation, that solar power is going to be included, and that should help as far as you know, reducing the ever increasing price of how we generate power. Because if you've been looking at the gasoline prices, you know, it was under $5 for regular gas, but lately it's gone back up. It's gone over $5 for most of the gas stations that I have put my eye up to see what the price is, and I think you can actually go online and find out where you can get the best price. I think there was something on the news here at on our 12 o'clock news talking about where the best prices are. And the price of fuel is, I would say, if it's not number one, it has to be one of the driving forces of, you know, the price of just about everything, because it takes fuel to run the trucks that bring us food from the docks. It runs the ships that bring the food from across the sea to our docks here, and all of that generates the cost of living. So when you say that the government needs to do something about the cost of living, and I know that during the election, everybody, all the candidates we're going to do something about the cost of living. But really, what can the government do? Lower the duties that are coming in for importing food. Not all food are duty-free. And, if they lower duties, theoretically, the cost of things should go down, if that is passed on by the merchants. But then we have another thing now. Well, if they lower the duties, then the government revenue goes down. So the things that they provide for the country, they might be able to do. Luckily, and I don't know if it's luck, but fortunately, I should say, the recent report that came out that the government finances were still in a surplus. We all had that news just before the election, that there was a financial forecast that we would have a deficit by the end of this year. It'll be interesting to hear what the government is saying at this Strong Start community update that they're going to be having on Friday. Whether the fact that they, I think the finances up until June, was it? That there was a surplus because of more revenue than was expected. And I think they cut some expenses also. That we had a surplus as of June. So it would be interesting to find out if they are going to avoid that deficit that was projected for the end of this year. I mean, that would be fantastic if that is the case. And I guess there's so much being imported into Cayman that more was imported into Cayman than what the projections held. And therefore they had more import duties. And that, of course, is how government makes a lot of money, is by those duties. And I know I've imported a few things, and up at the airport, you go up there to clear the goods, and they are busy up there at that warehouse, bringing in and people clearing goods. You go up there, you get in a line when you go to the warehouse, and a lot of stuff coming through that airport warehouse. And imagine what it's like down at the container yard, where the containers that come in on the ships, how much stuff is being brought in there. Time to take a break. We'll be right back.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Shipping to the Cayman Islands is fast, reliable, and seamless thanks to Cayman Airways Cargo. Need it faster than ocean freight? Cayman Airways Cargo offers multiple cargo flights to Grand Cayman from Miami weekly, so your packages, whether big, small, or in between, will arrive in no time. You can even use a Cayman Airways Cargo US address for your online shopping. Cayman Airways Cargo is also the only carrier providing air freight services for Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Contact us today and see why Cayman Airways Cargo was voted as Cayman's best cargo and logistics company in the Best of Cayman Awards. For details, visit CaymanAirways.com/cargo.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Protect your computers and mobile devices with security software to defend against cyber attacks through viruses, malware, and other online threats. Be aware of unsecure Wi-Fi connections when in public. If you need to access your online banking or sensitive information on your mobile devices, try disabling the Wi-Fi and switching to data from your mobile network. If you suspect a fraud attempt, please contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Freedom, Cayman Brac. Freedom, Little Cayman. Soft breezes, blue waters, no traffic. Unwind and rejuvenate your mind, body, and soul. Sister Island Staycations, a taste of freedom. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
The offices of dermatologist Dr. Wayne Porter will be taking appointments from August 11 to 16 at his Crew Road Clinic. Appointment slots are limited. Whether you're seeking advanced skincare, Botox, filler, cosmetic enhancements, or simply looking to reduce wrinkles, Dr. Porter offers a full-service dermatology and dermatological surgery practice. For more information, email dr.portercayman@gmail.com or call 946-9020 to book your appointment today. That is 946-9020.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. Well, we're down to the last 15 minutes of the show. And if you want to make a contribution, you need to get it in now. You can give me a call at 1-800-534-8255. That's compliments of flow. Or you can call me at 949-8037, 949-6990, or WhatsApp 925-3261. One of the things that was mentioned by the caller that we had was no announcements on trade schools. Well, do we need a trade school? Or is trade training already available? Looking at the University College of the Cayman Islands website, you can see that you can get quite a bit of education as far as the trades are concerned. And I was not even aware of this until I actually saw it on the University College of Cayman Islands website. They have got, let's take a look here, air conditioning and refrigeration level 1. And you can go in there to, that's the beginning class. The course is certified by the National Center for Construction, Education, and Research. This course aims to develop trainees' requisite knowledge, work ethic, safety awareness, and skill sets needed to work efficiently in HVAC job sites as apprentices. Trainees will be able to install, test, and replace basic domestic HVAC electrical components. HVAC applications include but are not limited to fixtures and appliance installation, maintenance, and repair of different types of HVAC parts and air ducts. Okay, and then of course they have the HVAC 2 that gives you a higher level of proficiency in those things. We have a caller on the line. Good afternoon. You're on the air. Hello, you're on the air.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, how are you doing?
Good. I didn't listen to your show. I just got a little piece just now in regards to trade schools.
Uh-huh.
Well, my opinion probably don't count, but
you know it counts. Come on now.
I'll say this much. I believe throughout the whole world has trade schools in their states, countries, wherever it may be. The thing with a trade school in Cayman and some in regards to UCCI, what they are offering there, a trade school, I think, would be a more wider range of
choices.
Choices, have all of the different machines you may need, or all of the whatever you may need. It is all into the package of building this trade school, which I think that we really truly, do need a trade school from away using ICCI or UCCI. Nothing against those places. They're trying to do as much as they can to offer the people in the Cayman Islands. And I got to put it this way: not everybody want to go to UCCI. Not everybody want to go to ICCI. You understand?
You mean because it's a college?
No, not as much as the college. To each his own with places, sometimes. And some people feel like they may not sit in there and got to be sort of like judged to an extent. But at trade school, let me tell you something, people swarms in the trade school. They can go and get a quick trade and come back out and get a job and start making money. And
yeah, well, this isn't like a 4-year course that you're doing.
And no, it's not.
It's a certificate, and diploma.
Exactly, but they went and learned a trade. Just like when you went to school, they teach you how to do a little bit of sewing. They teach you a little bit of craft. They teach you a little bit of different little things, and you got a little touch while you was in school. You learn how to cut a pattern out. You learn how to draw. You learn some of the little things in school, and that is part of trade, as far as I'm concerned. And it just helps the individual to say, well, I want to be a dressmaker. I want to be a carpenter. I want to be a this. I want to be a that. But after you come out of high school, then it kind of drops some. And then again, if you have a family member who come and say, I work at so-and-so construction job. Come on, let's go down and see what you can do or learn. And some of the guys get into the construction business. Some get into the hospitality and so forth and so forth. I really, truly believe that it is time with the population that this place needs a proper trade school. And I would say within the mileage of the island, the length of the island, we should have two nice proper, that they have no excuse not to get to the trade school when it's time to go to the trade school. You understand?
Yeah. But UCI belongs to the government, right?
Yes, and I can guarantee you that the trade school will probably be a lot cheaper than the UCCI, and probably UCCI can offer more other things at their college, because from what I gathered, no disrespect to them, and it's all fine and dandy. But how long can they continue to supply the island with a wide range of education when there's always something new to learn? And like I told you or OC, a Jamaican said to me one day that the Cayman Island is an open college. Cayman is an open college.
People come here to learn how to do things.
Exactly. And you can just sometimes you can come here as a carpenter and not being a nurse. Or you can come here being a nurse and not being a doctor.
They probably went to the nursing school at UCCI then.
Well, I don't know where they went, but we're going to put it this way. We need some trade school in this island, because a lot of these young guys, even a young woman who's getting into electrical work and all that kind of stuff there, engineering there at, I think, the government building there on Sound Road there.
Yeah,
they got some trade stuff going
But
on.
why not just expand the trade school at UCCI?
Sir, that opened from the beginning. far as I can remember. Please don't judge me.
I'm not judging you. I'm just discussing it with you.
Yes, but I'm just saying I believe that opened at the first going off as a college, and everybody looked at it as a college I don't know how to put it. I'm going to put
That's
it
academic. That it's an academic institution.
Yes, that too. But then again, it just keeps spreading its wings, which I say is nothing wrong with it. But how much longer can they accommodate the island if people want to getting more education? They would have to build another UCCI. So instead of building another
like I said, expand it.
Do they have a lot of property there to expand anything?
Well,
do they have any property there to expand anything or put one somewhere else? ICCI been in Newlands for donkey years and they have never expanded, and they seem to be doing very well up here. What they offer now, I don't know. Don't get me wrong, please. I'm not here to run anybody down, but I'm just talking in general. Because sometimes people don't have no vision. Some people can't see no further than their nose. And if they think because we got UCCI or ICCI, that is sufficient. But we need to look at the population of what this island is carrying. And 95% of the people is here. They are who is coming here on a job and grabbing up the spots at the UCCI and ICCI. And the Caymanians, they've been left behind. And why they been left behind?
A Caymanian can go to a UCCI if they want to.
They can go too.
Listen, I got 5 minutes to go, and I got about 4 callers on the line.
All right, you go and get them calls. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks for calling, darling. Let's take another call. Good afternoon. You're on the air. Hello.
Mr. Glidden, how are you?
All right, and you?
I'm doing okay. I won't take up that much of your time, but I'm very concerned that our people, there's 2 roads in life, a positive road and a negative road.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The first thing that you have to do, you have to control your thoughts. When your thoughts control you and you cannot control your thoughts, you are in a very, very bad situation. When you can control your thoughts and take out the positive thoughts, what's good for you, then you will make a success. Believe in yourself. Don't believe that somebody else has to make the road for you. You probably need a little bit of encouragement, but what makes people in the island, in the worldwide, is a good dose of ambition, common sense, and think positive.
I hear you.
Yeah, that's what I got to say today, and I hope it is taken in the context it was meant to be. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the call. Let's see if we can get another one in here. Good afternoon. You're on the air with Talk Today. Hello.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm sorry to catch you right at the tail end. I had 4 important things. I had them all written down, but there's not enough time now. So I'll just touch on this one. I think when you started the show, you were speaking about the government and their first 100 days. And I just want to say that I think we have a great government put together right now. I think they've done a fantastic job in their first 100 days. Obviously, they could not, even though it seems like many of us expected them to get everything completed in the first 100 days. But I think they're off to a good start, and what they need more than anything else is buy-in from the people. They need our help. They need our cooperation in any way that we can. Because if the government succeeds, the people succeed, our island succeeds. And that's what we need. We really shouldn't already be crowing down and criticizing just because of party lines. I was a party person too, but I have come to realize that what we need is a good, strong, stable government, even if it is not made up of the colors that you thought were the right colors. Can we leave it at that? And
okay.
Yeah, I hope I'll be able to get in another day and get to some of these other points that I had all organized here to talk about. Have a good afternoon. Okay?
All right. You have a good afternoon, too. Thanks for the call. We have one more person? Okay. Hello, you're on the air. Make it real quick. You got about 45 seconds. Hello?
Is that me, Chalo?
Yeah, you're on the air. Real quick, though.
I just wanted to say that, we have a brand new John Gray High School. I come back to this at another time because, have the time to go through it. But I think if Cayman was to know what that new John Gray High School got in it and what the students that are in that new John Gray High School are doing to that school and don't appreciate what is there. But it's a topic for another day, and I'll just leave it there.
All right. Well, thank you for the call. Have a good afternoon.
Yeah.
And that about does it for me and Talk Today. Thank you so much for joining me on the show here. I hope you have a good afternoon. I'm Charles Glidden.
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration, explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways, call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Doctors Hospital, peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.